Hey, good morning, everybody. It's time now for Putnam County Today here on 94.3 WREB and from the Greencastle Parks and Recreation Department. Rod's here with us. And I tell you what, you guys have such a huge amount of programs every month, it seems like. And you're here to tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. And the first thing I'm going to lead with is I'm really looking forward to the warm, green, spring, grass-growing weather after this last winter. It's just time to start.
Exactly.
So the warm weather is going to be very welcome. And with that, we have a lot of programs going on too.
That's true. And the nice thing is, you know, since we've all kind of been cooped up over the wintertime, you guys have had a lot of programs that have been inside to keep the kids kind of occupied and kind of reduce some of that cabin fever.
Yes. So I guess we still have a few indoor programs, okay?
Right.
It's not quite warm enough, but yes, we're looking forward to that. I do want to remind everybody, if you don't mind, I'll start with a snow sculpture contest. Yes, we just talked that we're tired of the snow, but a lot of people with the snow that we got this past winter have had opportunities to build snowmen, snow sculptures, things out in the yard. And we are hosting a contest which will be judged Thursday, March 6th at our Park and Recreation Board meeting. At City Hall at 7:30 p.m. So what we're asking is if they did build something and they took a photo of it, to please submit it to our to the Park and Recreation Department via one of either Troy Scott's or my email addresses, and we'll put it in front of the park board and let them take a look at the pictures. Okay?
Now, how's the returns coming in so far with the snow sculpture contest?
Let's just say this is the most we've ever received.
I was going to say,
okay? So
we've had so much snow, there should not be an excuse for that.
Right. This Friday, February 28th, we have, again, it's an indoor program, but it's a fun one. We've, over the last few years, we've partnered with the Putnam County Public Library, and we're hosting the Dr. Seuss birthday party. Mm-hmm. Dr. Seuss was born in February, as you know, and it's, if you like the books, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, or The Cat in the Hat. We're going to be celebrating that Friday, February 28th, 4 to 5:30 p.m. at the Putnam County Library. And the best thing about it, it's free.
We like those free programs.
Yes. We have our St. Patrick's Day party. This March opens itself up again. Green is the theme. We want to see spring and things growing, but we do programs based around St. Patrick's Day as well. And so on Monday, March 17th at the Putnam County Public Library, again from 4 to 5, we're going to host a St. Patrick's Day party. And if the kids want to find out why is the four-leaf clover the flower of the day, who actually is St. Patrick, and what is a Blarney Stone, and why is green the official color for that, and maybe they can help us find a pot of gold or something.
That would be awesome.
And the best thing, again, that is Monday, March 17th from 4 to 5 at the Putnam County Public Library. And the best thing about it, it's free. Yes, that's right. Okay. And again, our Brick Mania programs. We hosted one this past Sunday. It was very well attended. We had 17 kids there and about the same amount of parents, all who got down in the middle of the floor at City Hall and played with Legos. But we've got a special Brick Mania build. It's O'Leary the Leprechaun, again, around St. Patrick's Day. Okay, and we're hosting that one on Wednesday night, March 12th, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. We have a participant enrollment. We like to see at least 6 people in that program. There is an entry fee of $10, and what that'll get the kids is a chance to build a kit from it's a kit built from Legos, and it is going to be a leprechaun.
Okay.
And then we dump thousands of Legos in the middle of the floor, and the kids get the opportunity to play with them. We'll have some setups or special displays. And actually, I'm taking one of the leprechauns and putting him in we'll say a display or a diorama. That would be the best word. And where they help find a pot of gold. So that again is Wednesday, March 12th from 6:30 to 8:30, and we're going to host that at Greencastle City Hall. Other programs we got coming up. Now we're moving outdoors. We got a putt for prizes. As you know, we have a 9-hole disc golf course out to Big Walnut Sports Park. And we're putting a little spin on it. Instead of a tournament style, what we're doing is asking people just to come out, and we're soliciting some donations from area businesses, and we have some stuff from the Park and Rec Department that will be issuing prizes as we go throughout. Who has the lowest score, who has the best putt, that kind of stuff. That's Saturday, March 22nd. It's from 9 to noon. We'll start on the south side of Big Walnut Sports Park, and we are asking a $5 fee for that. And what we'll do with the entry fees is put it back into the disc golf course.
Okay.
We're hoping to install another 9 holes this next year, and that'll allow us to build, buy those supplies as well as some trees as obstacles and stuff, so.
Great.
Again, that's Saturday, March 22nd from 9 to noon at Big Walnut Sports Park. And we do have one more, I'm sorry, in March 27th, we're hosting a Mr. Potato Head Art and Crafts Day at the library. Okay, this one's open pre-teens. What we're doing is we'll start with some stories, crafts, games, and more, all designed around Mr. Potato Head.
Right.
Okay. What we're looking at doing is, this will be an art program. We're looking at putting it on paper, designing their Mr. Potato Head, then maybe taking an actual toy potato head, or
Right.
maybe a real potato, carrot, squash, decorating it up with parts, and then what we're gonna ask them to do is draw it.
Okay.
And then take a story, make a story out of it. Okay, and so it's kind of like taking an idea, putting it on paper, building it, and then maybe making a storybook.
Sounds great.
And it's Thursday, March 27th, from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So it'll be a quick one, okay? But we're hosting that at the Putnam County Public Library, and the best thing about it, it's free. So
And that's the nice thing about a lot of these programs the Parks and Rec Department puts on. They're free or low cost,
Right.
so everybody can attend.
that's right.
And with all the kids, again, being cooped up over the wintertime, moms and dads too, it's a nice way to get out and kind of break the monotony of old man winter.
Correct. The Park and Recreation Department at this time doesn't have our own facilities to program, so we do borrow a lot.
Right.
And at this time, if you don't mind, I'd like to
Sure.
thank, like the Putnam County Museum
Right.
here in town. Has a meeting room that we use, but the Putnam County Public Library has their Kiwanis room downstairs. And the thing about that is that, as you said, we can host the kids in one room for a while,
Right.
and the parents, if they want to socialize, can move to another part of the library. We can utilize the book section, we can do a tour of the public library, we can do stories in one room and activities in another. And the partnerships here in Greencastle and Putnam County are just great.
And speaking of partnerships, we can't go a month without talking a little bit about the Friends of the Park.
Yes.
That organization does a huge amount of stuff for you guys.
That's
right?
correct. When you want to talk about partnerships, the Friends of the Park is great. They help us with different projects throughout the parks. For example, the Emerald Palace Playground, the skate park in Rowan Park. They've helped purchase and install some signs throughout our parks, Big Walnut Sports Park, Rowan Park. We're looking at another one they did Mapleberry Park next to City Hall.
Right.
One of the other partnerships, if you don't mind, I'd like
Sure.
to mention is one we have currently with the Greencastle Civic League.
That's
The
right.
Greencastle Civic League and the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, they helped, Civic League helped write a grant, to the DNR, and the DNR said, yes, we're gonna give Greencastle up to, $200,000, and so Greencastle Civic League is raising the match for that, or a good portion of the match, and we're going to put in a splash park at the Greencastle Aquatic Center. And that'll replace the baby pool that currently we can't use due
Right.
to federal regulations that don't allow us to use it anymore. So with that partnership, those two partnerships and the Park and Rec Department, we got a lot of people in town. The city attorney, Lori Hardwick, has been real instrumental in this project. The Greencastle City Council is gonna fund part of it as well.
Great.
Through the city's budget. But and I'll let you know that today,
Uh-huh.
okay, the fence company came in to put our temporary construction fence around the facilities, and we're
Great.
hoping to start demolishing it later this week.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, so the concrete will be coming up, so people drive by and they see something happening. We do have this on a fast track, we're hoping for a July 4th grand opening, and we'll keep our fingers crossed to see if we can make that. But yes, it'll be a great addition to the Greencastle Aquatic Center, Roban Park, as well as the municipal park system.
Now, speaking of the construction that's going to be going on with the splash park, that's not going to affect the regular pool at any time during the summer, is it?
No, we're hoping that it doesn't. The construction will go on through the beginning of the season. We are still looking at opening Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. And the construction, yes, will be happening at that time, but we're hoping that it's winding down.
Okay.
And that. So we would just ask all our patrons to please enjoy the aquatic center and kind of stay away from the splash park until we have our grand opening, okay? But yes, it'll be kind of hectic. We may lose some parking spaces due to the construction equipment and that kind of thing. But
Right.
I think if everybody just, kind of goes with the flow, All right, we'll make things happen.
And one nice thing about the summer coming up that we can't, speaking of the Civic League, is Park Fest. Comes up on Tuesday evenings, and we can't go without saying enough about that. Free entertainment
That's
on
right.
Tuesday night.
Again, the Greencastle Civic League, a great partner, offering the programs on Tuesday evenings, beginning with the first Tuesday in June, and I believe going through the last Tuesday of August this year. So it's a fun time, and the music is great, and there's a variety of music for everybody. And in the past couple of years, they've even brought a few local restaurants to bring food to the park. So if people don't have time to stop and pick up a picnic basket somewhere, make a picnic basket, pick up some food from one of the local restaurants, they usually have something there as well.
That sounds great. Well, we look forward to at least some warmer weather as we start heading through March and getting into some of these programs. And of course, want to remind folks, they can always access things going on at the Parks Department through the website, city's website, right?
cityofgreencastle.com, yes.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being here today. Don't forget, if you're a nonprofit group or a community organization and you'd like some free airtime here on WREB, you too can be a part of Putnam County Today. All you need to do is give us a call at 653-9717.